क्या आपके कंसीलर में पिगमेंट है? कंसीलर में पिगमेंट? जी हाँ दोस्तों, if you are also looking for a good pigmented concealer, please keep on watching this video. Hello people, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. This is Subhankhi. First of all, leave everything. Freaking leave everything. Title, leave it. First tell me, did you guys like my skit? I try to make it a little fun. This boring concealer topic that I've been doing for like 1,000 times, I feel. I don't know about you guys. Did you guys like my overly bad acting? Yeah, I know it's a little cringe, but you can't tell me it's not fun. Anyway, any freaking way. Today's video, you guys know by the title, today I'm gonna review not only one, obviously you can't compare only one thing, so not only two, but three freaking concealers. So I'm basically talking about these three concealers from Inside. Now I think that there are only three concealers available on Inside website. I don't know if there is more, then I'm not aware of it, but I thought any person who is just very new to all these things, just want to conceal, and Inside being a really popular and affordable makeup, she went to the website and got really overwhelmed by the choices she had. So I thought, why don't I do all three? But a little backstory among these three concealers, I already compared these two. So I was thinking like, let me just compare this two, but then I convinced myself to do all the three, and I freaking don't know how I'm gonna do that because I can't how I'm gonna do it? Like, I'm thinking about it because whenever I compare two products, I just divide my face into half, but how I'm gonna do now three? Let me think a little bit. Also, I made a playlist of this versus this videos so that you guys don't have to like scroll through my feed and look at my face 1,000 times. So yeah, without any further ado, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and let's get started. Okay, so I tied my hair. Am I looking like a sexy news lady now? Never mind, I opened it again because it's looking too greasy tied up. Anyway, so I have all the three concealers. I'm gonna take you guys one by one which are what. So first of all, I have this baby right here, which is called Inside 2X Cover Master Concealer. It's in the shade 01 Sun Beige. It retails for I think 110, and I pretty much, my impression, you guys know I have already reviewed this, and I do think that it is not going to impress me in this video too, but we shall see. Second up, we have, ladies and gentlemen, this concealer. Now this is called HD Concealer from Inside. I have the shade 04 Golden Sand. Yeah, the shade range is like and it retails for rupees 180. It's a little bit pricier than the 2X Master Concealer. So now the last product, which is my current recent favorite product. So I'm talking about this buddy right here. So this concealer is HD Concealer from Inside again. Now this is I think HD Pro Concealer. I don't know, both of them are kind of HD, but this retails for 230. This has kind of changed my game, but you know what, I did not compare all three, so it is going to be really fun. Will this stand out from this two? Let's keep on watching and find it out together. And by the way, a funny thing is that all of them are like full coverage. It's kind of written here, this is not my words, it's freaking written on their body, the claims, all of them are like full coverage, but we have seen it's not. Okay, to be honest, since I know this is not going to, this is going to very underperform compared to this two, I know that for a fact, but just to give some freaking respect to this freaking body, I'm going to use this in this video, and I'm going to use it on my very less pigmented area. I think I'm going to now divide my face into three parts, which is like this and this. So over here, I'm going to apply this. It has got a lot of scars right now. Now this two, I'm going to apply this here and this here. So let's get to work, shall we? So I went ahead, put the color corrector on all over my face where I have hyperpigmentation, so that when I put the concealer, it doesn't turn gray, ashy. Yeah, that's out of the way. Let's put the concealer. So I'm going to start with the 2X Cover Concealer because it needs a little more time to sit and become tacky and give a little more coverage than what it can. So I'm going to start. Oh, I forgot that I dropped it and I broke the sponge. Yeah, that one is gone. So I basically use it like this only. Or sometimes I take something like this and take it out and apply. So this is the area around the mouth is the zone for this concealer. So I think I'm done putting up the concealer. I think I have put way too much. So let's move on to other two concealers. I'm going to apply this one first here because this dries out very quickly. Now this packaging, I really don't like it. I really like the wand packaging. Other two has wand packaging and I love it for that. This tube freaking one, I had to wait and then apply. By the way, while applying, let's start comparing right now. So this is a lot more thin, the consistency, it's like fluid, and this is a tiny bit, this is also thin, but it's a little thicker than this one. I have already said that. Why am I saying it again? So covering up my acne scars. I think that will do. Why am I pretty much bathing in my concealers today? Time for my favorite one. The one you can see is a lot bigger, and I really like it because it just fits perfectly under my eyes. And see how easy it is. You don't have to keep on applying with a tiny freaking wand, or you don't have to freaking press and apply like this one. I love it for that. This application is so easy. Okay, I think I am good. The consistency of this one is thicker than the rest. But however, I'm gonna say that this is not the most thickest concealer I've ever seen. No, this also rests in that thin consistency wala range, but comparatively it's a lot thicker than this too. I hope you guys understand what I'm just blabbering. Now it's time to freaking blend and see which one wins this freaking family battle. But I'm going to blend in a very weird way, and that is basically I'm going to start blending this one first because we freaking know this dries super quickly. So if I keep it for the last so I'm going to do it right freaking now. I'm going to blend all three with this concealer brush, but I'm going to just wipe off in between. This is the Cups and Lashes F011 brush. Guys, it just instantly starts drying up, like setting itself. You guys know I have given such little time for this one to sit and wait for me, but it's still not gonna wait. This freaking concealer has so little patience. Looks like this concealer is a Gen Z and all these are millennials, because this bitch has no freaking patience. But though it's like dries out quickly and all that stuff, but if you try to blend it with patience, you are good to go. Like, look at this coverage, people. Look at it. Also, if you haven't noticed, although you should notice, what are you looking at when you are watching my video if you don't notice me? So I applied very, very little concealer so that I don't overshadow coverage of any of the concealers. But you guys can see it's freaking looking like a plain canvas. Wow, that is some super pigment. I didn't even apply much, to be honest. Let's quickly blend this part because it's getting darker. Can you see, like, it's drying out, it's not moving much. That's why it is giving me pigment. Wow, I highly doubt that any of this two will match this coverage. You guys, can you see that? Carefully look at this. Here I have got a freaking acne scar which never gets concealed. It's deep acne scar, and look now, it's freaking concealed. This is the, in my opinion, it's kind of full coverage with only one application, by the way. Not too much, just a tiny bit, full coverage. Another thing, in my last video where I have reviewed this concealer, I have told you guys that it says it's water resistance, waterproof. Basically, I told you guys that it says it's waterproof, but I have no way to prove that because I didn't cry in that video. But you know what? Yesterday, I did a little creative look for Instagram as well as for YouTube Shorts. It's live. Go check it out, okay? But the most important part is, bitch, my eyes was so freaking irritated and sensitive. I don't know why I woke up with it. It happens to me, mainly my special tiny left eye. She's freaking high maintenance. She's a material girl. Literally, I freaking cried so much. I don't know I'm gonna ever cry like this if my heart breaks ever. Like, if anything disastrous happens to my life, I don't think I'm gonna cry so freaking much the way I cried. I mean, I did not cry. It was like an involuntary action. I am wiping my tears off, then on the next very second, water is like rushing down my eyes. Like, it's falling. It was non-stop. There's a term called runny nose. Yeah, yesterday was runny eyes for me. Long story short, I applied this concealer and I was crying like a baby, but not even one time my concealer washed off, got wiped off, creased. It was like a mosaic just sitting at that place, and when I said it, oh my freaking god, it was my skin. It was freaking my skin, bitch. And by the way, if you are thinking like, oh really, let me tell you, this is a very, very old news, because the moment it happened, I put up multiple stories. So if you don't follow me on Instagram, you're gonna miss out on a lot of things. Basically, you're gonna miss out on fun. So to have fun, follow me. Anyways, let's come back to this video. I think I have talked for the last 20 minutes. Yeah, it's showing 20 minutes I have talked. I can literally see there's no freaking creasing right here as well as here. You're gonna see when I blend these things, you're gonna see the amount of creasing it gives, and I haven't said it and it's still not creasing. Round of applause. Let's start blending this one. But first, let's wipe off this bitch. This has been sitting on my face for a really long time, this concealer, but it's still not drying. You definitely need to set this concealer, by the way. Not bad, huh? This is also giving me good coverage, but do you want to compare, like freaking compare right now and do byeee of this concealer? Look at this coverage and look at this coverage. This is basically my hyperpigmented dark circles peeping out through the concealers. Now, I do have same dark circles on both of my eyes, but where? I wanna know. You guys, can you find it out? Like, where? This has way more coverage, and I have put way less this concealer. Go back, freaking go back. You guys gonna see that I have applied a lot more product over here than here. But can't deny that this has got really good coverage too. I mean, this coverage is like medium coverage. Straight off medium coverage. If I build it up, this concealer kind of gives more coverage, but not full coverage like this concealer. Okay, now since I have kept it for a little longer, now it's becoming a little tacky and drying and giving me a little more coverage. Can you see that? Now it's giving me good coverage. But still doesn't level up with this one. Also, a little tiny note that deep acne scars, it's a little tiny bit there. Can you see that this acne is a little darker than this part? So basically it did cover but not like fully. Okay, now since I have blended this part as well, let me show you guys the creasing situation, shall we? So this is not at all set, no powder whatsoever, but look at it. We have gossiped, we have hanged out for a really long time now. I mean, both of them doesn't look same. Why? I have blended this concealer 1000 hours ago. Why both of the eyes looks the same? You know what? We'll come back to this creasing part to see which one wins. Okay, guys, aren't we forgetting something? Yeah, blending this part. Let's just do it. But let's wipe my brush. This has been sitting for a really long time. I think the most. And that's like a good trick for this concealer because it has got very like sheer to medium coverage. Now I can see it's giving me more coverage that it can ever give me. It's a little tacky right now. Slight pigmentation I think I do feel like I have here. What's up with this concealer, huh? I have kept it for so long, still it's giving me like below average result. So I think I'm done blending this part and I can freaking see a bunch of acne scars that's not covered, not concealed, even after keeping this concealer the longest. Let me show you guys, like here. Also there's freaking a patch here. Then I do have like there's a patch here. I hope you can see that through my, always I say it, HD quality Hollywood style camera. The amount of insult that I do my phone camera is like unparalleled. Now I'm gonna, I think, set my whole face. Oh wait, let's talk about the creases. Let's check them, shall we? Oh wait, did you see that? Let's come a little closer so that we can roast the one that didn't work. Why did you change, bitch? Girl, please behave. Anyway, so you guys, I'm gonna come really close. Didn't you guys brush? Why your breath is so stinky, huh? I think it's pretty like obvious which one creased way more. Like this one, there's a freaking line over here. You know what? If I look in the mirror, the camera is not doing justice to how much it has creased. Like all the products from this region gathered into this line over here. So it creased, as well as the concealers on the surrounding area is not there anymore. It's my bare skin now. As well as on the lower lash line, there's like, yeah, now you can see, I hope. How am I going to make you guys see? Will I take my eyeballs out? So, you should like this video, okay? I'm doing so much. I hope now you can see there's a freaking 3 to 4 creases over here. Now let's see this part, this area. Like you can see this line, that's my normal eye crease line, but there's no like freaking products that went away from around here. It's like fully even. This also wouldn't be there if I have set it the moment I blended it. You guys have to remember that this been staying here, blended and sitting on my face way longer than this one, and it's still showing this much of like no creasing. I think no creasing at all. My eyes are so freaking deep hooded. This is like life changing for me. And can you see that there's freaking no creasing on my lower lash line? I don't see it. Like longer time it has been sitting here, lesser time it has been sitting here. More creasing, less creasing. Do I need to explain more? I feel so exhausted. Okay, so I'm going to do the rest of my face, mainly set my face, and I don't think I'm going to do foundation because you guys pretty much bathed in concealer today, so no foundation for today. And come back to give you guys the final verdict. It will be very one-line review because pretty much I have nothing to say at this point. You guys know what I'll say, but stay tuned. Don't you dare skip, okay? I'm back. I have done my full face of makeup. I mean, I just set my face, applied a little blush and bronzer and an eyeliner. That's it. Just a random thing to say in this whole freaking serious video, that I just love Blue Heaven's new blush stick. It freaking has my heart. It's so freaking pretty. I am applying this every time, every day, whenever I'm doing makeup. I have ditched all my liquids and cream blushes. You guys know I'm a blush hoe. So anyway, let's just stop. And also, if you guys notice that, Subhankhi, also you missed eyelashes. No, I did not. Is that a B? No. I intentionally did not apply any lashes because I want to show you guys my eye situation. Let's talk about every freaking thing. So I have all the 3 foundations right with me. Let's start with the one. This is 110 and I think this has kind of sheer to medium coverage. If you build it up, it is going to be medium coverage and not more than that. For me, who has a lot of acne scars, hyperpigmentation, dark circles, if you do not have that, you can go for this one. But if you do have, I would say it's a no for me. It's okay to have sheer coverage foundation, but concealer should be pigmented. So if you have the same opinion as well, you are not going to like this concealer. Also, let me show you guys these scars, like right here as well as right here. These are like area around my mouth which is pigmented. I don't think it has done like a good job in covering everything. It kinda did even tone, but kinda, not totally. Now let's talk about this too. It's 180 rupees and this one is 230. The difference is like 50 rupees. This one, let me hold it here because this is the area where I applied this one. So this one is like a very drying thick coverage concealer which is already tacky in its bottle. You don't have to sit. Don't apply this concealer and wet. Never do that. As well as this is fully waterproof. Yeah, tested by me, and creaseless as compared to this one, because like, also let me tell you guys, while setting my face I blended both of my eyelids and then set it. So now if you see any creases right now, it's after that. It's a new crease. For this one I can freaking see there is like a patch over here. After setting, the concealer is like separated and dried. It's like stripes. I hope you can see this area. There's like tiny a lot of creases going on. It's like separated, and I can see my skin peeping through all those cracks and holes. Also there's like a tiny patch here where there's cracks. After setting, I don't know what happened. It's like less than half an hour only after setting this concealer, all these things are happening on my face. So it's looking really nice, as well as it has got medium coverage. Now if you build this up, it will turn out high coverage, but one layer is giving you guys after setting cracked patchy area. So if you layer it up and then set, I don't know what will happen because there will be so much of products, more chance of cracking. So I would say if you want coverage, this is going to give you that. But if you have like hooded eyes and want to put this concealer on your eyelids, or if you have a lot of fine lines, yeah, this will settle on your fine lines or creases. So after setting also it won't help. Now let's talk about this one. So let's show you guys my whole eye area. Like freaking my eye area after setting, it's still intact. And by the way, among all these three concealers, this has been sitting on my face for the longest time. I have set it and it's just performing brilliantly. I mean, both of the sides of my skin are same. If one part is performing better than the other, so obviously the quality of the product is better on that part, right? And also you guys can see like such a lifted eye look. It's really high coverage. I have no freaking complaints from this area, to be honest. I really like it. Look here and look here. This is way more covered than this part. There's like a slight dark circle still visible. This tiny details is not going to be visible in real life that much if you don't like go near your mirror and watch yourself for hours, but it's my job to tell you guys all these things. Overall, I feel the creasing thing and the waterproof ability of this concealer just own my heart, and I'm gonna say it. This I think this is the best concealer, best inside concealer. I love it. So this is my regular everyday concealer. I ditched Swiss Beauty, guys. I ditched her. Yeah, that's it. I think hands down, this freaking buddy own this challenge, this battle, this family battle, quarrels among siblings. But a tiny disclaimer is that don't just see this video and just straight out go to Inside and add to cart this concealer. I would say there are few tiny cons of this product, this concealer as well. So I would say just watch this video where I have explained those things. But I think overall this is a really good product. The pros overshadows the cons. So yeah. We are finally at the end of today's video. Now I'm gonna say bye. So don't you dare forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. All the products, I mean 3 products, will be linked in the description box. Pick your poison. And yeah, I'm gonna go now. I'll meet you guys in my next video. Until then, be happy and bye.
Ooh, I'm gonna pull up study to the side. She keep coming at me every day and night. Yeah, ooh. When I left, I told him I would get it right. Yeah, break bread and break hearts. Don't get me started now. Break laws, got lockjaw, little shawty tweaking now.